Hi everyone, this is Peter. Today I want to introduce is the Sony PXW-Z150. So first, thank you so much for Sony Hong Kong to loan this camera because this is a prototype from Japan, and then this camcorder also haven't launched to the market. So thank you so much for Sony Hong Kong to loan this, and then maybe we will be the first few people in the world and then to do this review. Thank you so much. Okay, so Z150. Oh, okay. Z150. Is it a next generation or maybe a successor from the Z100? Probably I can say is yes or no because there is a lot of maybe a complaint on the Z100, and this Z150 have fully solutions to improve it. But there is also some features from the Z100 and then have been took out from this camera. So okay. Before we're talking about the spec, let's do side by side, maybe with the 100, and then to see maybe how it looks like. So this is a 150, okay, Z150, and this is a Z100. So you will see on the side by side, you will find out, okay, oh, seems like maybe the size on the 150 is actually much smaller. It is true. It is true. The 150 is actually much smaller and lighter too. So that's why I think if you may be using for news or maybe run and gun situations, and then this might be a better solutions for you. But okay, there is something, if it's smaller, so that means there is something have been took out, as I said. So first, the Z100, they have a 20 times optical zoom. But for the 150, we only have the 12-time optical zoom. So what is 18? 18 is actually the clear image. So that means that is including some digital zoom. So, okay, the optical zooms probably have a big difference. Yes, okay. And the other thing is the Z100, they can record start from the Cinema 4K, which is the 4098 to 2160, and then under that to a QHD, and then to HD, and then underneath. And also they can record the compression. The codec is from XAVC Intra to XAVC Long-GOP, and then going down to the SD. But for the Z150, they can only start from the QHD, which is the 3840 to 2160, and then under that to HD underneath. And also for the codec, they will start from the XAVC Long-GOP. So that means, okay, this camcorder will only start recording in the higher compressions. So on HD, that is still 422 on the XAVC Long-GOP. But for 4K, that is a 420. So that means, okay, if you are doing a lot of post, or you do a lot of color grading at the post, probably maybe there is some disadvantage compared with the Z100. True, okay. But there is one big improvement from this Z150 will override all the functions they took away from the Z100. It's the sensor. So everyone knows that the Z100, a lot of people complain about the sensor, and then the low noise and the noise compression is probably, I can say, is horrible. Okay, it's horrible. Okay, especially on the low noise and the low light. So for this one, they have improved. How they improve? Because they have put on a 1-inch Exmor sensor. So what is the difference in between the sensor? So that is a chart from Sony, which I want to show you. This one is the 1-inch Exmor sensor from the Z150, and also the X70 and the NX100. In the middle one, remember, that is only that small bits in the center, it's the sensor. The other is also only the connectors. Only that small bits, it's the sensor for the Z100. So you will see the size of the sensor have a huge difference. So you can imagine, okay, the noise compressions, the performance on the image have a huge difference compared with the Z100 and the 150. So that's why there is a lot of complaint on the Z100 about like the no noise and also the low light performance. So for this one, it's actually have a huge improve. So probably they are the same performance as the X1, X70. So if you see my review on the X70, you will see on the low light situations, and then even I put on the dB into 24, and then the performance is still very acceptable. So at the back of the video, or maybe on the next video, we also will do a comparison with the Z100, Z150, and the X70 with the high contrast, low light, and also the noise compressions. So other than that, okay, so let's take away the discontinuous product, okay. So on the functions itself, okay, you see the menu is very similar than all the Sony camcorder. So that means I think if you're using Sony all the time, it just only take like maybe several minutes to get through the menu, and then you can start using it like maybe smoothly, just like me. Okay, so that is good news for us. Because I think maybe this is a prototype, I can only see there is a menu button and also the control button at the top of the camera. So which I will see there is an issues, because if I put the camera on high positions, and then how can I just like maybe put the function up on here? So maybe there will be issues, but and also maybe this is a prototype from Sony. So maybe they will put on like maybe some buttons here to change it, and then to make it as a menu button, or you can go to the menu to set maybe some like custom buttons into menu buttons. Okay, so that is still a minor issues. But compared with the Z100, they also have like the focus, zoom, and the iris ring, which is very user-friendly if you like to use the full menu functions. Yeah, and this is something which the X70 cannot give you. And there is one feature is if you're using this camcorder on the 50i, you can record 100 film per second slow motions. So it's probably okay, 100 film per second. It doesn't really like maybe talking about. You cannot compare with like maybe FS7 or FS5, but okay, it's better than nothing. Maybe sometimes you might need it. So maybe add on the future. Thank you so much. Okay, and other than that, okay, they are still some improvement. For example, like the SD card, the SDI now is a 3G SDI. So that means you can get maybe the signal out in the future, and then to record onto maybe a recorder in 4K. I don't know. Okay, but and also the monitor. Here, in the front is OLED, which is actually give you a much sharper informations and also the image for you. So I think probably that is it. And if you want to know more about like maybe this Z150, please visit ANS website.